I'm crossing Turkey to meet the inventor of an instrument that seems impossible. It seems impossible to believe that the sound you're hearing right now is completely acoustic, doesn't it? And yet, it would appear to be. I met Görkem Şen in his studio to take a closer look at his creation, the Yaybahar. My name is Omar, and I travel to every corner of the planet to document how humans create sound. There's one question that follows me everywhere. What makes sound so powerful that is woven into what it means to be human? Welcome to Soundhunter. Görkem Şen is an inventor, musician, and sound researcher. He has dedicated his life to creating a new family of instruments, the string instruments. These instruments use the natural resonance of metal springs to create echoes, reverbs, and immersive ambient sounds in real time, sounding almost like synthesizers, yet entirely acoustic.
What is Yaybahar?
What is Yaybahar? Yaybahar is a new acoustic instrument, and this is bow string instrument, bowing, but it's a lot of version with the new thing. The springs are working in this instrument and working very efficiently. It is a new kind of a bridge system with the resonance body and the neck, the player, the keyboard.
Yeah.
The string and drum connecting with a spring.
Yeah.
A spring, and this means a lot new sounds.
How did you shape Yaybahar?
There is no reference, there is no copy-paste options, and the membrane and springs I already playing with them. And when I first touched the with both the string and with Yaybahar, it's happened and it's exploding. My question is what kind of evolution we can reach, and I start that motivation, you know.
Yeah.
Evolution every time, and goes, days and nights, 15 years duration. Which springs, which drum, which, and nobody knows. Thousands experiments. Where is the optimum? I was searching scientifically optimum. The possibilities are unknown and infinite, you know, infinite.
Even because I think it's not objective. That you are the only player, so you cannot learn from other players, so you cannot hear the sound of it from outside, which is a very important thing to understand what's going on.
You have to be objective, by the way. During all this process, very subjective, you know, hearing is subjective, playing is subjective, and analyzing is subjective. But I have to be objective, you know, for the experiments to understand what is happening.
Exactly.
This is very difficult.
The first thing of the instrument is the design. Because it's amazing, like it's a piece of art just by itself. Even if I was deaf and I couldn't hear the sound, just by looking at it, I would say, "Oh my God, that's insane."
Good.
So,
New one, yes.
Yeah, like all these components. Of course, here we have springs, right, which we
Yeah.
were talking about before.
Yeah.
We have frames here.
Yeah.
All
Membranes.
these membranes, all these wooden connections and wires. And so, how did you assemble everything, and where did you start from?
Yeah, it takes time during 15 years duration, you know. But the hardest thing is this is the one monolith instrument, but a lot of things happening inside it, you know. The drum part, spring part, and the string part, and the neck part, and this carrying part, and this the dumping pedals, volume pedal, or you know, dampening pedal. It's all together mechanism. This is two string instrument now.
Yeah.
Actually, think like one string,
Yeah.
one spring, and one drum. This is the mechanism. Monochord system is connected. When if I yes pull the string, this vibration goes to the drum.
Yeah.
Drums vibrate, and the drum vibration goes to the spring again.
Okay.
And it's the feedback starting, you know.
Right.
The spring vibration and membrane vibration, you know, integrate each other.
Since there is this distance here of the spring, you have a little bit of latency, right? Before the string starts to vibrate, and then the vibration is transferred, and then to the spring, and then the spring vibrates there and comes back, right?
It is a bit latency. This is not exact timing. You know, when you hit these strings.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a lot of sustain.
But it stays 15 seconds, you know.
And it's interesting because as we talk, sometimes you can hear the reverb from the voice. Like the closer I speak to the spring, the louder will be the echo from the frame. It's so interesting, man. And then you experimented different techniques, like the bow I see here, and then pizzicato, as you do.
Yeah, pizzicatos.
Yeah.
Yeah, springs. And the bow, yay. This is yay, and this is yay in Turkish, and Yaybahar. Okay. You can. Maybe I should.
What is sound to you?
I think it's a kind of ship, I can say, or sailing boat, you know. You can travel with your soul or with your body, with your imagination. You can go somewhere different from the earth, you know. It's elevator. It sounds, it's carrying you different dimensions.
What is silence to you?
Nice one. That's very tricky for me. Wow. Yeah, because I'm confused now with myself. Because the ship is take you somewhere, but the silence put you somewhere. Where are you? Where are you now? Yeah, there is a question, you know, if there is no ear, if there is a sound or not, you know, if there's an ear, there's a sound. But if it is just this world, just in this atmosphere or not, we don't know. The sound may be just for this planet, you know. Yaybahar is bigger than me. I can say that. This is my instrument, but it's bigger than me. As a project wise, this is not just my instrument as a being. I don't feel like that. My instrument, I discovered it's born to my hands.
Yeah.
Okay, but it has a big another story. And it is almost ready to tell its own story. It's almost ready.